Happy holidays to you. That was a little weird. Sorry. I had to make good use of the last day I have with this trophy, which you can win if your advisory brings in the most canned goods for the Winterfest. So I highly encourage you guys to bring in cans tomorrow to your advisory, and hopefully you guys can win this trophy called the Big Dogs Trophy. My advisory won last year. Anyway, not to brag or anything. Okay, so what I did for this this quick little answer key, you had to do problems 4 and 5, and then the word problems if you didn't finish from the systems assignment. So for problem 4, I gave you this problem, the top equation right here. It's a system of 3 equations. It's not in standard form. So you could put each equation in standard form and then solve it using elimination like you know how to do. All right, but I showed you kind of a different way to do this, and that's using substitution. Because I already have one of the equations, c equals negative 3a, if I substitute negative 3a for the c's in the top and the bottom equation, then I'll end up with 2 equations with just 2 variables, which is, you know, the goal of these systems of 3 equations anyway. So that's probably a little bit of a quicker way to do things, all right? And that's how I did it. I just replaced the c with negative 3a very carefully, all right, in these 2 equations. And then from there, I just kind of cleaned things up a little bit. I got rid of the parentheses. And what you end up with is in the top equation, you get b equals negative 2a. So again, I use substitution. Right? And I just plugged in negative 2a in for b in that second equation. All right, so if it's not clear, from here, I just I cleaned this up a little bit, and I ended up getting b equals negative 2a. This one I cleaned up a little bit, and I ended up getting a minus 2b equals 5. All right, so then I just plugged in the negative 2a for the b here, and then I show that right here. So a minus 2 times negative 2a equals 5, and then you end up getting, well, a equals 1 when you solve that equation. And once you know that a is 1, you can plug in 1 way back up here for a to get that c is clearly negative 3, and you can plug it in for b pretty easily right here, because b equals negative 2a, b is going to be negative 2, and your solutions are written down there. I don't write it as an ordered pair because they're not x, y, and z, right? And nor do I write it as a quadratic equation because we're not totally sure that these a's, b's, and c's are the same as the quadratics a's, b's, and c's. So it's kind of its own little entity, and you could just write a equals b equals c equals. All right, so that's the final solution. All right, the equation about my my college obsession with the restaurant Mojo Grill, all you had to do there was write 3 different equations, and just to make sure you guys got them right. Well, first of all, you want to define the variables. So I called the Cajun burrito, I called C, the Yacht Club sandwich I called Y, and the jerk chicken pizza I called J. So the first equation you should have gotten for problem 5 is 2C plus 1Y, or plus Y, plus J equals 30.45. Second equation, 5C plus 3Y plus J equals 66.85. Third equation, C plus 10Y plus 4J equals 111. And all you had to do was set up that system, like the equations I just said, and then you can use your calculator, the matrix tool on the calculator, to find the solutions, okay? I don't have the solutions in front of me, but I think that the Cajun burrito from college, I remember being $6.95, because that was my favorite. It's a giant flour tortilla stuffed with jambalaya, which is a typical rice dish in Louisiana, and then smothered with crawfish étouffée, which is also a typical dish in Louisiana. Very hearty, very unhealthy dish, but it was good college food. I think the Yacht Club was like $7.50, and the jerk chicken pizza was $8 something. I don't remember exactly, but it's around there. All right, but all you had to do was set up the system and then use the matrix stuff on your calculator. All right? I hope you have an enjoyable evening. See you tomorrow.